Lagos's Hot F.
4 minutes to 7 p.m. Your happy hour has been taken from you because my special guest is finally in the studio. I've got the one, the only, the amazing Illbliss with me.
ChaCha. What's up, girl?
You know, I like it when you send me a message and you say ChaCha. I always say I always imagine chiefs doing cha. That's every time I read that from you, I'm just always like cha.
Thank you, bless you. I'm so sorry I'm late, man. The roads are crazy. It's been a crazy day, man. And I wanted to give you like a lot more time. I wanted to be here promptly, but it just didn't happen. So sorry.
I mean, it's so heartbreaking that we have 30 minutes. I would have spoken to you for over, the people listening already know, I'd have spoken to you for over an hour, non-stop.
I know. But I mean, great to be here, man. I love the station, man. Very primary colors, blue, red. It's just so fly. There's just something very dope about it.
You're looking fly as well. Stop complimenting our studio. We need to compliment you. So, by the way, if you're wondering how Illbliss looks, he looks fly. Remember, with visual radio, you can be streaming live. Get to the website, www.hotfm.ng/Lagos. So before you came in, I was basically having a chit-chat with the listeners, and there is something currently trending in Lagos, not Lagos, in Nigeria as a whole.
Okay.
Apparently, the Senate has said that they are bringing a 15-year... Have you seen that story where for kidnapping, just in case you pay ransom, they could jail you for 15 years for paying the kidnappers ransom? What do you think about that?
So I don't get it.
Okay.
So if somebody from my family gets kidnapped now and I pay the ransom to save the person's life, so I get fined?
You could be sent 15 years in jail. And also, if, the kidnappers are caught, they could also spend 15 years in jail. So you and the kidnappers join together, brother and sister, in prison.
I don't get it, though. But this country will not kill somebody, I swear. So who protects us then? Like, we're paying this ransom because we're panicking, because we want to save a life. We didn't get together with the kidnappers to abduct somebody from, I think it's, I just pray it's not true.
It is actually true. It has passed the second reading.
So if it's past the second reading, that means it's about to be enforced into law, and that's utter crap, because that's my opinion on it. I feel like these guys just get up and gas us up. They just feel like, okay, let's come up with stuff. Let's just say any girl with blonde hair like ChaCha gets 10 years.
And plenty.
Yeah, anybody in a black range gets a fine. Who does that, man?
Well, maybe you could get a fine because you're not paying your tax.
Jesus.
It's stressful. Let's not talk about Nigeria for a second. Things are happening in this country. A lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
Music is growing in the industry as well.
Yeah.
And you are someone who has been, for some reason, Illbliss, you've refused. It's like your leg is there, kakaraka. You've refused to shake. You refuse to move. Like, a lot of people who started music with you right now are just listening to music. And they're just, going
retired in their armchairs.
Yeah, they're chilling. But you say lie, it's not going to happen.
The DNA is different.
It is?
It is absolutely different. I don't know. It's God made. It's factory fitted. It's straight from God's factory. I have the tenacity of a million men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and it's just something that you're blessed with. Sometimes you don't even know where it comes from, but you just know that you're working, you're putting in work consistently.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I also like to evolve. I like to listen, and I don't like to even feel like, oh, your generation is gone, dead and dusted. Right. I just feel like music is music. You could wake up at 35, 45, 55, 65 and still make dope records, dope music. It's been God, oh babe. It's been very absolutely divine. I don't know how I've been achieving these feats. Yeah, but you're right. My feet has refused to move.
It has refused to move. It has refused to shake.
What was the first? Sorry, what was the first Illbliss record you ever heard? First time you saw me, can you remember?
No. None comes to the head. No,
do you have a favorite Illbliss record?
Okay, boss. But wait, I want to know something. This is all in all honesty. In your heart of hearts, in your soul of soul, when you've seen new people come up, have you ever at some point just felt, this person is about to take over? Or have you ever felt, a certain type of way? I mean, we're all human beings. You might be a king in your lane, but when you see somebody who is rising, there could be a part of you who wishes well, but that other part of you will be afraid or be scared or be worried that is there something that's going to happen?
I can't lie. There have been times where I saw inclusions, like new people come into the business and do well. But the next feeling wasn't jealousy, wasn't fear.
Okay, what was it?
I don't think the fear button was fully activated when I was being created, because because what it is I look at these things, I take energy.
Okay.
So when I'm sitting in a room with, let's say, Omalay, for instance, or let's say Zoro, or say the energies that, like, I like to just learn. I like to listen to them and how they make music, because I come from a totally different generation.
Right.
My orientation is absolutely different. It is. So I come from a school of thought that there was not a lot of commerce going on in my era, but now this the streaming era. People are just, there are so many streams on how you can make money, in the business now. So I'm learning every day. I'm learning. So I just keep fueling myself with, knowledge and just listening to them, because they have a lot to teach you.
What would you say, aside the streaming, has changed from, let's say 10 years ago in the music industry to now? What would you say is that significant thing that has changed?
I think the audience. I think the listening, the palette, the way people just take in music, and it is different. Music is like a bigger tree now. The alternative people have the people that cater to them. The rap people have, I think rap still has the smallest demography though, in terms of we're not well put together. We haven't quite put together a core rap hip hop audience where we can do our own concerts and have our own awards, and everything. So we're still working on it. It's little by little, but it's not a lot going on, to be very honest. So everybody, R&B people, soul people, high life people, everybody, the tree is growing, and there are more listeners now.
Right.
People have, it's like a big departmental store.
I remember there was a time where, when you bring up stuff like alternative music, people will say this still will not sell.
They'll shut it down.
These people are cashing out now. People
babe.
are steady making money.
Yeah.
A lot of rappers went real commercial. Some people dropped rap, and you, like I said, you're stubborn. A lot of people dropped it and say, I'm not doing it again. They started to sing.
Is that how you look at me though? You look at me like I'm stubborn.
I look at you like someone who knows his craft, and somebody who is not shaking, somebody who is still going to be in this game. If you let 50,000 new people come, Illbliss would never not be mentioned. I mean, you're still getting booked for show, while there are some upcoming guys who are hot, and they're not even getting the money that you're getting. So it's madness. Like, I mean, your level, and it's not.
So do you want me to go? Do you want officially tell me on Hot FM?
No.
By 6 minutes past 7 p.m. today that you want me to go. So
if you leave, I'll quit my job. That's the deal. The day I read Illbliss retires, I say, okay, now.
Oh,
Hot
wow.
FM,
wow. It's not be small, Ngwabai. Chat, to be very, very honest, a lot of things didn't happen for me early.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so?
I've been in the business. The first time I put out a record was Okwa, that Igbo boy, chilling in the club buying drinks anyhow, and that was 2008. At the same year, I put out a song called Ayepo Ogo featuring Terry G.
Oh, God, that song.
Yeah, that was those were those years, and that was my first album, my debut album. I have 10 albums. Yeah, so I'm from the album era. Yeah. So my trajectory is different. My career trajectory is different. Like you won't really get tired of me easily, because there are spectrums to the music. So today is social, political. Next tomorrow is straight out club, lamba music. Next day is high life. But I am a rapper.
I like the fact that you always have a story to tell in your songs. I mean, at some point we started to hear the same. I mean, I listen to music every day. At some point, everyone's song started to sound alike.
Like one long song.
Yeah, it's like, okay, is this a continuation of this? Is this a DJ mix? Are we doing a series? What's going on? But there's one thing that is very constant. I've had conversations with a lot of people on the show, and I've had conversations with people who are indigenous as well.
Yeah.
And there was a time I had a guest in the studio, and this guest made mention of something, and I feel like you're the right person to answer that. So people say how, most of the music we listen to now has a lot of Yoruba infused language in it. And a lot of people have said that the Yorubas, or people who are doing similar music, always want to bring up the next person. They always want to, there's somebody growing on at them. They always want to bring up the next person. But this comment has never left my head. This guy said, Igbo rappers and Igbo artists barely invest in younger people. They always just do their own and keep moving. They don't say, okay, this is my person, let me put you on. Is that something that you've heard before? Is that something that resonates with you?
Not a day goes, chat, without messages on Twitter, Instagram, about from the Southeast. What you just asked me is a very profound question, and it's something that I really want to address on your show. Una know they send us. Una know they see what in the video they do for him people. But I put Fino on.
Oh, okay.
No, not okay. Like friggin' world secret. Fino got into this game through Anama Chikwano. That was me. That was my record featuring Fino. Fino's first management deal was me. Zoro has gone ahead to put artists on. Did an Mbada. There's this Mbada song Zoro had that had like 6-7 Igbo rappers on it. He shot the video himself. Nobody gave him the money, so he did it so that he could put artists that weren't known at that point on. Fino has signed several artists. It just so happens that Czech happens to be the one that is visible at the moment. But Fino has had his own fair share of trying to put artists on. I don't know what Flavor is done artistically, but I'm just speaking for the Igbo artists that have, basically achieved something. But I don't know, but I can guarantee you that Flavor has put in his own quota. Babe, we came into this town with night buses. We came here to hustle. We dug from the ground up and put ourselves on. Sometimes I feel that journey, it's not quite, you're trying to survive, you're trying to stand first so that you can pull somebody else in.
Definitely.
You understand? So I feel like we are doing stuff, it's just not being projected. I just feel like the East has a big problem with projection. And I feel like, like every now they call me. I get calls from the East every hour. Every hour, babes.
No, every day.
Every hour. And it's like, oh, Ili, we're doing this. I'm like, you guys need to be, they don't like us in Lagos. And I'm like, but Lagos doesn't really, they don't owe you anything per se. Lagos is another state that has developed itself. And by virtue of where it's located, it's done well and it's a hub. Why don't we create a hub in the Southeast? So little by little. And I'm not just talking music, I'm talking Nollywood as well.
Oh, right.
Why don't we just create our hub? Why are you pissed off at the AMVCAs when you can create your own awards? You guys, Asaba is in the Southeast, they're on the South. So why are we always moved and why are we always feeling left out? You understand? I feel like the Eastern artists, I feel like we all can do more, but I also feel like it's not like we haven't done anything. We have put people on and we continue to support quietly, silently.
It kind of feels like a lot of people feel entitled because maybe they see that you're up there and they're like, why is he not doing it for me? But they don't realize that you're doing it for others and you've done it in the past. Some people want the easy way out.
Can I be honest with you? I think, and I'm not generalizing, I think the South, the youth, the artists from the Southeast are super entitled.
Oh, okay.
So I want you to come to me and tell me you've sold 1,000 copies of your mixtape. I want you to tell me that you've been doing shows between Onitsha, Aba, you've done this, you've done that. Boss, this is how. When Rick Ross went to Def Jam, when Jay-Z signed Rick Ross to Def Jam, Rick Ross had gone gold. He had sold 500,000 copies of his single.
Himself.
Every Day I'm Hustling. That was the song out then for him. So Jay was signing him as a boss. So
Right.
where is your equity? Why must I why must I give you everything? And this is what I try to tell them, but I don't also waste my time doing a lot of that conversation, child. But I say because I know that deep down they pain them,
It will.
Yeah.
It will, because some people feel like it's very easy for you to do it, not remembering that when it was your time, you had to hustle. No one was there to say, okay, come, let me do this for you. I mean, I am someone who started at 17 in this industry, but I was doing something else. I was doing management, and I was with EME, so I could see back then how Wizkid himself hustled. Now, when people say, "Oh, Wizkid doesn't want to do anything for anybody," I know what Wizkid was doing. Yeah, I remember then Wizkid is missing. People are looking for Wizkid. Banky or Sage, they're all looking for him. Wiz has gone to some studio in the hood
to
or
record,
gone somewhere to record. Like he's doing it himself. People don't realize that he actually did most of the work. But now people just feel like record labels should do everything.
Yeah, I just feel like people should equity. Like I swear,
Equity. You're such an economist.
Yeah, I was a banker for 4 years.
We know that.
Yeah, so like I'm sure you come to bank. Oh, I want to start Hot FM in the north, for instance. They're like, okay, so what's your equity? Like, bring your own contribution now. Let's know. Everybody wants to fold their hands and you come in and abduct. This is not child. This is not an orphanage. This is not.
Okay.
That's not what it is.
He said it's not charity. That's what you wanted to say.
Yes,
remember, my name is Charity. But you know what? It's 12 minutes down the hour of 7 p.m. Let's play this song, Kaku. It has a new video out.
Yeah, that's a viral video. That's a lyric video. But I mean,
but are you going to shoot a proper video?
No, I won't.
No.
I won't.
So it has a video out.
Yeah, it's a lyric video.
Your boss, anything you put out, will take it. We'll be right back.
Lagos's Hot FM.
15 minutes down the hour of 7. Still with Oga Boss himself. I wish I had more time. But, things happen. He'll be back again. I promise you. So, you just recently added a new year to your wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot of us were just looking and saying, oh, ours will be the same more, because these days we're seeing, it's not even jokes. It's not funny. Because these days, you buy Ashwebi, 25,000. you will store it. 15,000.
You're saying this thing from your heart.
I am saying it from inside my chest. You saw it after you finish. Next thing, 2 weeks later, they are no longer together. You're like, what happened? What is going on? You have been in the industry as long as I have. Well, no, in fact, you've been there way before I thought about being in the industry. And you've been, obviously, you're married for 12, 18?
12. This is my 12th year.
12? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah.
No scandal. Nothing. And you're in the entertainment industry. A lot of people, when we talk about relationships in entertainment, they say, I don't have that time. I don't have that time. Do you think it's hard for a person who is an entertainer to be in a relationship, in a committed relationship?
I don't even know how to answer this question, because it's not a straightforward answer. It's not a one size fits all. But way before music, and before I achieved all of this feats in music, I always wanted to be a dad. I always wanted to be a dad that would be present for my kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you notice, that is why through the years I kept working. I kept staying in paid employment and being part of an organization, having structure. You understand? And understanding that, okay, so you need to plan, you need to project so that you can take care of your family. Music happened late. Because, I was always in music, but all of those years, I was still working. Because I always just wanted that semblance of, okay, I'm going to work, I'm coming back, and my kids are coming to say, hey, dad, you're back. And but I just wanted a structure.
Okay.
When you grow up in the Southeast, we're big on structure. We're big on family. Music has pressures. It has a lot of pressure. So you can't move quick. Like, you can't move at the speed you would have moved if you were by yourself.
True.
Or if you didn't have kids and responsibilities. So it puts you under that kind of pressure. And then people have this notion that, oh, you get married, it kills your female audience. It's girls that blow up records. So you need the female buy-in. You need that. But I always just moved, without really thinking about these things. Okay. All I just did was, okay, so you're a rapper, so you're a dad, but Jay-Z is a dad, Nas is a dad, Rick Ross is a dad, T.I. is a dad, and these are the guys that inspire me. Right. So if they can be fathers, then I have to be not just a dad, but I have to be around a present dad. Like I have to be physically present. Okay. Yeah, to raise my kids. My family is more important than the music.
Come on. Okay.
It is. And I'm not saying it with water in my mouth. So, yeah, it is. So, because at the end of the day, when everything falls apart, you run to them.
True. Some people forget that.
Yeah, the music will leave you and hug the next person.
Very, very right. We've seen that happen. So I like the fact that you mentioned, always being employed, because I've seen situations where one person comes and says, I quit my job because I wanted to do music. I even know of a popular, very, very popular female artist who owns a label, and one person she once signed quit his job. He was earning almost $400,000 a month. Yeah. He left the job because he got a record deal from her and her label, and he's no longer with them. This is 4 or 5 years after he has gone back to square one. Nobody knows his name to date. He makes fantastic music. So would you say that, as an artist, you need to have something else, because music sometimes...
Music is shifty. It's like a casino. So Russian roulette. We're playing is like a dice game. So some days it's working and you have a lot. Then some days it's not. There's no bounty. Sometimes there are no hits. Okay. Sometimes it kind of dries out, or sometimes they're in between hits or in between albums or singles, and sometimes you put out music, it doesn't work. It doesn't connect. The timing is wrong. So there are too many moving parts in music. And coming from a finance background where this is what it is, if you have to lend to this person, these are the rules, these are the things you look out for. So it's rigid, but it comes with rules. So those are some of the things that I apply. Okay. Yeah, as an artistic person.
When you say coming from the finance, I'm like an evil man who is talking about finance. Okay, ChaCha. Let me take just one comment. Let's take this one.
Oh my God.
As we wrap this up. I'm so sad. But let's listen to this.
I'll be back.
You will be. Let's listen to this one first.
Good evening, ChaCha. Good evening to Illigati, Illibomaye, Illichapo, Illy the Great, Oga Boss himself. My name is Abednego. Don't know how I keep joining in the greatest interviews late. I've been following Illbliss in the last 12 to 13 years, right from his very first album that had Sugarcane, Ayep Morgan and the likes, up until his return with WTF, which is still a classic banger, by the way, to me. Right, so I promised ChaCha that I wasn't going to be taking much of your time. So here are my questions. Now, congratulations, by the way, on your 11th or 12th year anniversary with your beautiful wifey, your ride or die. Now, I would like to know, how have you been able to manage music versus your private life? How have you been able to manage that? I think I would like to know that really well, because it would help a lot of people who say, you cannot be married and be successful. You have to choose one over the other. So I think that's what I really want to know. And thank you once again, Illbliss, for the amazing prayer you taught me on Ogabo's album. Father Lord, we thank you for life, we thank you for wisdom, and for your blessings to mention.
He is. I bet
I said I won't take much time.
You did take much time.
Bye.
But the good thing is that you already answered part of that question, except there's something you want to add.
No, I think it's pretty much covered. Thank you,
Abednego.
Okay, yeah. I know it's a biblical name. Yeah, he's a true fan. He's a true Illbliss fan. Yeah, just balancing. It's a balancing act. So you balance our family and you balance out the music. Know where the lines don't cross, and just keep praying. I pray for direction, because there's so many things that could go wrong.
True.
Yeah, with this balancing act. So, sometimes you go on the road so long, you come back, your kids are not warm. they're not hugging you enough, because they haven't seen you in a minute and they feel like you're staying away on purpose, and you're just trying to balance out the finances. I'm going back to finance again. Sorry, the ego, the bags.
But you mentioned something earlier, and you were saying how sometimes the hits don't come, and you've obviously you've probably felt in the course of your career, you've probably felt almost everything, not everything, but almost everything there is to feel in a cycle where you have hits, you're raining, where everything is calm, where you're stuck.
I've seen all the emotions.
Yes, like you had it all. So how do you get over the bad sides? I mean, how do you just move on from a lot of artists go from when they feel like they're the best to where they feel like they can't do this music anymore, because it's either they feel like they're not creative anymore, or they feel like, you know, their promotion is not working, or it happens to every creative. How do you manage to just get over that?
First, prayers. I just tell God, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, seriously, Cha. I tell God, like, I'm clueless. I don't even know the songs to put out. I have a feeling this one will not work, but something is also telling me it can work. Just show me some other things to do so that the music won't be total pressure. Because sometimes when it's not working, you start to hate the gift. You start to hate the art and blame the art. Oh, music did this to me and I didn't, you know, you just start to look for who to put the blame on. So I do a lot. That's why I started, I got to a point where I said, diversify into what? Act. So I made King of Boys with Kemi Adetiba, and I'm going to make a few more films, but I'm not going to be like a full-blown actor. Yeah. So, but that took me away from music a bit and gave me respite. So I was breathing a bit. Then I'm always doing business, always asking, Child, this your hair? What's up? How can we flip it into money? This your dress? How do we flip it into money? So I'm always asking. I'm not even the best businessman, but I am learning. Like, I'm so hands-on with what people are doing now. I don't do crypto though.
People are crying. That's what people are doing, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm always asking, trying to find out the next way to Amiibo now, tribally. So we're always about money.
So you're officially stamping the fact that when they say you think about they say when you think about Igbo people, you think about money. When you think about Yoruba people, you think about Pepe. When you think about Hausa people, you think about wrong number. So you're definitely, are you definitely saying yes? That's right. Stamp it. Huh?
Yeah. We're not just about money, though. We're also about family, a good name. Yeah. We're hustlers.
We are hustlers.
Yes.
I mean, you recently dropped new music.
Oh, yes.
Body of work. Business, Kaku. How has it been? How is it going? How are people accepting it?
It's mad, though. So I just put it out and this is off my last album, and this album came out May 29th, 2020. You know, but it was during COVID. So in the thick of the album dropping, I had a baby. So my second daughter came. So I just left the album first of all. I said, let me go and do daddy duties first.
Let me focus.
Yeah, let me focus. So now I came back to it. Child, that song is crazy because it's not typical. It's not a dance record. It's just matter of fact. Yeah, business. Odogu male, on your business. If money no day, or borrow business. Who check it here one day? So it's just, I'm just being rowdy, just being an Igbo.
Let me just say, you're just being you. Understand? That's it. You're being you, right? Because you're all about business.
No, right? I am about business, but I mean, I think that's what worked best for it because they're like typical Illy. He's always talking about money.
It is typical.
Yeah.
So, how much would you say you are worth?
Cash, bank balances, stocks. I have money, Sha.
You have money. We know you have money.
I have money. But on the low, Sha, like I don't try to. I don't try to count it though.
You don't?
No. Okay. I don't try to. I try to make more.
You don't want to talk too much because kidnapping in Nigeria is a lot.
They will return me if they kidnap me. The kidnappers will be like, Baba, we that year. I hate more go that year.
Thank you so much, Illbliss. I wish we had more time. It's so heartbreaking, but you'll be back.
I will. We'll schedule it properly, and I'll make sure that I clear the day for you guys.
Yes.
Shout out to you guys before we go off. So the foundational years in my career, I owe a large chunk of it to Hot FM.
Aww.
Shout out to Ndu Scott, like from Owerri.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, to Abuja. You guys held me down way before you started Lagos operations. it's amazing. If you see what's going on in Owerri now with Udoka, and they're holding it down so much for me. And I just need to say this. I haven't been here before, and I say a big thank you to you guys, the entire management, for everything you've done for me. You've touched my career in amazing ways. You know, and my mother will call me. She lives in Owerri. Nana, Hot FM. I say, Mama, why are you always on radio, man? He says, so I can hear your records. So thank you for making my mother happy. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.
Thank you for making us happy with great music as well.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure chit-chatting with Illbliss.
Lagos's Hot FM.